Hello and welcome everyone. And I need to mute my own instance of Twitch. Whoops. Well then. Today we are going to do something I'm very much not looking forward to. We are going to be fighting the pre-rewrite, pre-reimagine Book 3 storyline. So, that means that to make it bearable for me, we're going to use the cryptic class. And I am honestly tempted to just pour some money into this account so that I can set it as my base class. Which I might just do after... Oh. Whoops. I accidentally did this as the quest. Run away. Become a cryptic. Call a custom cryptic. Okay. And now we are going to be using this to break through the class. Through the quests very, very quickly. And then we are going to... we are going to, instead of... Oh right, we need to complete this one, and then... Because otherwise this quest tracker here won't move forward. And then halfway through the stream, I am going to be showing off the Reforged Chrono Corruptor and Reforged Chronomancer, because those are new classes. And seeing them will be pretty fun. Or well, they are reforged versions of old classes that weren't available for quite a while. So they got their new version right now. The reason they weren't available was, by the way, because they were linked to calendars that weren't available anymore. That aren't available anymore. So yeah, we're going to do this so that the tracker updates for the reimagined storyline. And then we're going to do the unreimagined storyline, which will be really annoying. Okay, that was weird and a misplaced. Sorry. Hello, CFC. It's been a long time since you've been here. It's nice to see you again. I am just making certain that a bug that was here before won't catch us again, so that this tracker is updated. And then main story that hasn't been rewritten yet, which will be a pain. Yeah, this time I didn't read this clerky. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, that one will be done in the next multi-hit. Yeah, you might need to play this game more, but until then you can just go ahead and watch me stream. The Ruined Shadow sometimes streams, and that's about it, I think. But yeah. Hello, the bloat. Good evening to you as well. So. Yeah, this is just quickly running through this quest. This really isn't that interesting, but I dislike doing anything offline. Really need to learn how to do Excelsior Towers, but to be honest, what part are you stuck on? Because I know that Techno is good for basically everything except the archives, I believe. But the towers are just in general pain, which can't really be that much improved. But yeah, Techno usually can go through it all pretty. Basically, the bosses are decent-ish, and if you understand their mechanic, you can get them done pretty quickly. I am myself on my main stuck on the archives. I was just thinking I wish there was more specific attack animations for every type of weapons. Yeah, but to be honest, that's just a general problem. In that it's really difficult to do that, because then they would have to make the every class use a bunch of different animations, while most classes can use every one. It's just that it breaks with some, and mostly actually finding the time to attempt it. And I refuse to use a class like Technomancer at the Excelsior Towers. That's a choice you can make, yes. Very definitely a choice you can make. To be honest, I don't mind using it, but my main class is Chaos Weaver, so, you know, that's a problem all on its own. And a very different one at that. Yeah, the bloat, I know that it wouldn't be easy to do, though indeed, let me just, if I use, for example, this one, the backstep animation, your main class is Eternal Epoch or V2 Doom Knight. Well, to be honest, if you're using V2 Doom Knight, you can't really say anything about cheesing at all. But yeah, Eternal Epoch is fun, and V2 Doom Knight also exists. Yeah, I don't really like using V2 Doom Knight, but I do have some fun with it. Eternal Epoch is pretty fun. And that was that quest done. Also, this month's special gear is the Gear of Change, which actually is color custom. Even though it doesn't look color custom here, it is color custom, and it deals silver damage, which is pretty rare. I don't either. I use it mostly as a last resort or something for conventional quests. Yeah, that's fair. Using it for conventional questing is very, very fair. I tend to use the Chaos Weaver and just snap my way through the different conventional quests. Let's see. Let's summon Fluffy, actually. Because that is something I do need to do. Okay. Apparently it's not working. Yeah, this quest is outdated. This is basically the supply and... No, not supply and demand. Anyway, this is what would have happened. Do not let them push us back. We've come too far. We have to now. For all magical rages, for magic! Yeah, no, I hate this. You're horrid at using Chaos Weaver. It's basically just snap everything. And it is only really a problem when you face something that survives it. But it's really good at front loading damage, though Astral has done an endurance fight with it, which is stupid, but you know, that's Astral and their challenges that they do. We've pushed them back farther than I had hoped. Cherskola, take your team and go along the north wall. Aimakav, I want you to take your team to the east wall. And Hemlayela, you and Akshan Manig take 2 others and do surveillance on the south wall. I need to know everything you can tell me about the gate. And Shonkak, Al-Amaregia, Al-Sharand and myself will go west of the city to look for the prison. Melissa? I'm looking for Princess Melissa of the house Amasilf of the Ares. May have sent me here. Princess. Who is calling me princess? Queen Maeve sent me. She said to seek out Princess Melissa. I'm just Melissa. Drop the princess title in the field. I'm in the middle of something. What do you want? Well, I just came from Queen Maeve. Yeah, yes, you said that already. Astral and the like are something else. Yeah, definitely something else. They are... The only one that is definitely more insane than them is Baron Dante doing burst fights with Paladin, but yeah. I'm not looking forward to this. She said she sent for you, yet you are here? I am where I need to be. The Queen will know this, as she knows everything. My duties are here for now, and when I am done, I will report. Well, this isn't going exactly what I imagined. She's obstinate, bossy, and frightening. I thought she was a fairy. But she and her troops are in armor and are fighting, setting up war tactics. Who the heck is this fairy? You still haven't told me what you want. Astral backseated me during in fights. Yeah, I definitely could use some of that help sometime, but then again, I also like brute forcing my way through it. I guess I came here to bring you to Maeve, but I don't see that happening. At least you come to the right conclusions. I know who you are, and I know you are working with Kara Salema. Word travels fast. Also, you know, bad thing during this entire happening is, you know, the fact that everyone calls everyone by their full name and their full name only. Ugh. You can stick around with us while we try to breach Swordhaven, or you can go back to Maeve with the report she already knows. Up to you. I hate to interrupt, but we are running out of opportunities, Melissa, before they regroup and come back at us. You, soldier, you are here? Long story. Can be told later. Right now, everyone take your teams and go. You, hero, clear the way. I want to see you in action. Yes, ma'am. I need their help, especially during the Unraveler fight, because I'm terrified of Mozzarella. I can't think straight with that boss. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, no, I did the Unraveler fight once using the guide that Astral has, and that's enough for me. I've done it once, I don't need to do it ever again. I don't really enjoy most of the earlier infights. Like, I've done a few of them, but I would rather get good at the what's it called? At the Fallen Purpose and all those ones instead of the Failed Doom and everything. I don't quite enjoy those. Or rather, I actually do enjoy Failed Doom, because, you know, Failed Doom. But I don't enjoy the imagined one or whatever. The one where you fight Cthulhu and the Archdruid something something. I don't like those fights because they are just annoying at times. Like, I get that oh well, you know what infight got me all out? The Warlock and the Ethereal ones. I still want to do them, but I just since if you know the Lord Warlock, yes. Yeah, I attempted Warlock before, like, the moment that everything came out, but I haven't attempted since, mainly because I got beaten so badly that I decided to do a gear grind, but the gear grind isn't really that enjoyable, so I've kind of been stuck for now. Terribly sorry, by the way, if you could hear that. I've got a cold. It's not COVID or anything like that, but it is annoying. I got Warlock down to about 33% health during a few attempts, but it's rough going. Yeah, it's really rough. And yeah. Let's see. You know what? Why not? Ooh, that's enough. Nice. I think it costs more. No, it does cost more. It's so much as 33% health actually is him. Yeah, no, there's definitely some trouble here and there with Warlock for me as well. So yeah, I enjoy the fights, and I take them as they come. I try each fight at least once when they get released, so that's always fun. But yeah, referring to the lore about Warlock, yeah. No, just in general, the lore around Infernals and Celestials is so interesting. And I really hope that with Yuanta's story, we get more information, because, you know, the Exaltia aesthetic appeared there. I have to say, you are not what I expected in the fairy, Melissa. Oh, what did you expect? Gauzy dresses, dainty slippers, and curly bouncy hair that glowed in the sunlight? Well, you are a fairy, aren't? Let me tell you something, Jaina. There is more to the world than you can... Blah, blah, blah. Perhaps permission to talk story stuff without being cryptic. Yes, please. Anything to make this more bearable. Because I don't like this. Like, the worst part is, I actually like the infiltration a bit, just in general, but I don't like all the other characters in the pre-rewrite stuff. Not all fairies are annoying miniature dolls like the minks who hide behind their magic. Some of us take great pride in being able to hold our own with weapon and magic, who are proud to run into battle to defend which we believe in. Humans aren't the only ones with such passion. Forgive me, Melissa, I'm still learning so much. And that's the prison. Judas X thousands years old and could destroy you with the wrong hand movement, so I was extremely curious about how they'd implement him as the ancient. Yeah, that's so... Like, I love the fight, and I would really like to see a Wargoth and Warlake team up. Or better yet, a Wargoth Senior fight. I would love to see what Wargoth Senior was like. And that could be a fun one wherein we can fight alongside Wargoth Jr. You've done well, Carrot. This couldn't have been easy. Can someone tell me what's going on here? Carrot is an ex-Rose Guard, and this was where he was stationed before finally leaving. Carrot? Jaina, when we met last, I gave you a tip on how to find that young woman that Rose took captive along with the Clawkin. She was on her way to this place with me as her escort, but I couldn't stomach sending her there. The prisoners sent here, they're not treated well at all. They are considered the highest degree of security risk for the Rose. If Garasulema, Melissa, or Maritha were ever caught, this is where they would be sent. This is the home to of the first rebels, and all the most powerful since that original group. I hated it there. I hated what we had to do. There is a cell reserved for you too, Jaina. Carrot, you don't have to say anything more. You've said all you need to me. So, Melissa, this is my urgent mission. We need to get into that prison and free the people within. And I finally paid some attention to some of the early story and feel bad for the Sneevils. Yes! And that's one of the things that I think the Rose is actually purely good in, especially in the rewrite, because they're making progress on removing the enchantments that bind the Sneevils. Even Nithra couldn't really do much. Her parents, like, they couldn't catch them for long enough. But yeah, the inhumane methods of the Rose allowed them to catch them long enough to restore it. But that would be so interesting to see the Sneevils. If you don't mind, can you tell me why you finally left? Yeah, so seeing the Sneevil children, the little ones that... Because that happened like 100 years ago or something like that. It's crazy to think how long and they've been stuck like that. 200 some odd years. Yeah, so if they get turned back, will they still be the same age and want to see their mommy and daddy and have to be told that they are orphans now, or will they instantly age up? Or is this another generation that has never been human except in their genetics? That would be really interesting. One of Melissa's fairies was imprisoned and greatly injured. Her name was Hemla Hayala. I was told to do whatever it took to get her to talk about Melissa's plans and movements. I looked at her and couldn't do it. All my misgivings, all my worries and guilt came crashing down. I freed her and carried her back to the forest, begging Melissa to take me in, to forgive me. I have so much to do to fix what I have done. You will get your chance, Garrett. Can you guide us in? Possibly, but getting there is going to be very difficult. They have very high security. We are going to need some help. Was it ever explained on why Nithra couldn't reverse the spell eventually? Or do you think Warlick is holding a backsma? Okay, so her parents turned it back because Nithra just didn't have the knowledge to turn back. But the parents didn't catch all the Sneevils before they ran off into the forest. There is something implied that they have been multiplying since then, which, you know, is why we still deal with them, or they are immortal and ageless or something like that. Anyway, it's been 200 years since. That's a long time for everyone. But even if that isn't a long time for everyone, Sneevils are at most a pest, and they are very good at escaping, so they can't catch everyone anyway, even with the spells they have to turn them back. But yeah, they did turn back most of the kids, just not all of them. Battle wings. Ooh, pretty wings now. And you can get the normal version of the wings as well, that aren't, you know, flying. You've made it to the Espina Rosa, but the war against the Rose isn't over yet. No, it's not. Yeah, it's quite sobering, honestly, to think that most of the reason the early game things are around is because they are remnants of a time before. Either in the history that was made in an instant and 5,000 years, or from before even then, from MapQuest. Okay, so we managed to do BFC, which stands for something. The war room. Yeah, I should just click through this all, save my voice some strain. That would probably help too and get me through it faster. Yeah, let's just rapidly click through this. The skip button wasn't implemented yet. Ooh. Choose and weapon charge. Oh yeah, in choose, here we can choose which quests you did in order to get the weapon charge you need. So it's just, yeah, kill 6 more. Yeah. I dislike all of this part of the story, especially now that I know how much better the writing could have been. Like, I like basically all the side stories for this part because that's really well written and here and there even very, very emotional. But yeah. Now, please do tell me and ask more questions about the lore and everything. I love the Dragonfable lore. But yeah, basic gist for what is happening here is you need to gather Rose weapon shards in order to get a Rose weapon for some reason. For the infiltration that is needed. And just because taking out the Rose is good, because Rose is all evil and no one ever actually likes them. I mean, I like that they brought in Z and the Rose agent as antagonists, because that's just a fun way to tie it in to the greater overall narrative. But it's still so annoying to have to constantly deal with this really bad writing. This is, by the way, also how I got through it the first time I played through it, mostly. Because that's the lore for, isn't it? To just click through is what you say if you want to really trigger Dove. Dove gets twitchy then. But yeah, I'm not doing my voice acting mainly because I'm sick at the moment, and it's kind of a real big strain on my throat. Yeah. Yay! Help them. But yeah, I really hope to see the things outside the Exalted Tower, the Celestials, because that will actually be really, really interesting, and we can probably meet some very, very new people, very weird as well. Yeah. And I just want to see more Yuanta fights story. That will just be fun. All the puns. Because yes, in lore everything on lore everything is named after dragons and something to do with dragons. In the southern continent, the Sheikh, everything is named after puns. Which is actually pretty fun. And one more. I got the double fight. Damn. Okay, this is the Melissa one, where you help Melissa and everything. Yeah. Yeah, that's enough. Seriously, what did you think of the Lords of Chaos fight? Have you attempted those already? Because that is also really fun. Like, I died to Discordia because I was just being stupid. I gambited way too early. But it was hilarious to just play DDR. And it was actually kind of difficult because halfway through I messed up one of the steps, so he got a massive buff. And that's when I decided, why not? I'll try to burst him down with Verrat and Gambit, but that wasn't a smart choice, to put it lightly. Oh, come on. What? What? Okay. Did I do something stupid and try to attack the Manhunter or Huntress? Or did it actually hit her first and then the Manhuntress? Because that's what I saw, right? That's not supposed to happen. Okay, let me just go ahead and clip that. You hit both with that skill. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Let me go ahead and quickly bug report that one. Let me just go ahead and check to see whether or not that actually is... Yeah, no, that clip was long enough. I'll go ahead and clip it later. Okay, that's definitely a bug report to be done. Verly might enjoy that. Or not. Probably not, honestly. Because that sounds like something that really shouldn't happen. Or it might be something inherent in the quest. In which case, we can not worry about it. And that's really nice. Yeah, healing with your stuff. That is 3 Trebung Swamp quest. And I, of course, forgot to, heal. But that won't be much of a problem. Okay. That is 18 to 25, so that will be done with that. Yay, we stopped them. You know, there's still one walking around there, but okay, we stopped them. Quest. One last attack. One last time. And then we can be done with this. Oh. Yeah, let me elementalize towards eyes. But yeah, the bloat, for example, what you were talking about earlier with all classes, all weapon types having different variations, that would also help for things like the backstep part of that chain. Things like that, it would help with, but it just it's a lot of work for something that most people probably won't even notice, and it will probably still be messed up because there are some weapons that just don't fit with the general type. For example, the Death Knight blade is a scythe, even though it says it's a sword in this icon. That's a known bug. It's a scythe, but it could work with the backstab animation. While if there was a new one that worked only for scythe type weapons, that one would probably use the scythe type animation, which, you know, isn't what we want. What you'd want then. Yeah, it did the same thing. Okay, that one should be enough, right? Let me just... Yeah. Yep, that one is good enough. I am going to report that one. Mm-hmm. Two different... Mm. Okay, bug reported. So now then, I can stop worrying about that. And I can stop worrying about this quest in general. The timeline. Soloneska. Tukara. Yay, face number. Wait a second. Let me go ahead and check something. Because that one doesn't have the same as that. Are those already? Let me go ahead and check something. Let me just quickly check whether or not encyclopedia it is mission possible. But huh. Okay. It seems we're out of the part where this all is being done and getting rewritten. So, I dare say, Jaina, you have had a tumultuous adventure learning about lore and all the secrets it holds. You who have risked much to aid those you have once called enemy, creatures who are deeper than you anticipated. Agarak, Maritha, Nikki, Bakaju, and Melissa are all so grateful for your selflessness, but this is only the beginning. Though you have seen one of their prison camps, the Rose has a place that is more dangerous and fearsome, where more of our allies and friends are locked up. Within the depths of this despicable place are people who inspire me. If it weren't for them, I may have never have decided to do what I am doing. One in particular means a great deal to me. It is time to repay them. If you're willing to help me, Jaina, I have a special mission for you. Oh, damn it. So, what are all these maps for? These maps are for the floor plans to Espina Rosa, Jaina. Acquiring them was a particularly lengthy task, but I was able to get them and get out undetected. They outlined the quarters of the ruined fortress. So, Espina Rosa, the ruined fortress and place where our allies are imprisoned? Precisely. Ah, my voice acting is not up to snuff today. Ah, damn it. A mage and ally of ours was captured by the Rose years ago and imprisoned there. A potentially valuable asset to defend and another thorn in the side of the Rose, if freed. Melissa's contingents have done much for us in terms of learning about the prison. After her last foray with you, I know now more than ever we must strike soon. A perfect occasion to annoy and embarrass the Rose terribly. I like the way you think, Kara. Count me in. Let me just hide this one. So, what do we do? Storm the keep? Unfortunately, as much fun as that could be, it's not a feasible option. Oh? Espina Rosa also doubles up as a Rose garrison. A horde of Rose soldiers is stationed there. There are no ferries to the island the prison is on. They have portals outside the fortress that lead to the Rose's main headquarters in the capital city. It is how they get their supplies, and it is the only way to get there. At least, the only way to get there without arousing suspicion. If Espina Rosa is attacked and word gets out, reinforcements will arrive in no time at all. Alright, so maybe storming isn't the best of ideas. We could use a bit of magic then to remember these? How wouldn't I? Those terrible enslaving bracelets of the Rose. So they are. When Espina Rosa was built, it was with the same principles as these in mind, to bind and control those close to magic. As a consequence, it is entirely made out of this material. Entirely? The ruined fortress itself is covered in the sigils you see here, both inside and outside. Hence its name, the ruined fortress. Magic cannot be done, nor can it penetrate within its quarters. They also scan everyone for magic and facial recognition at the portal. Alright. Oh, Pite, how do you plan on making this mission possible? Simply, you will infiltrate. I like a good infiltration mission as much as the next adventurer, but how? I'm pretty sure the Rose has had a good look at my face by now. If I can change my appearance with magic, I'll be recognized on the spot. Normally, you would be correct. Sphera? You called Lady Kara? Please bring Ed in. Yes, my lady. Jaina, this is Ed, a Rose soldier of Espina Rosa. Ed recently transferred to Espina Rosa, and within his first days there, he was put on temporary leave for food poisoning causing amnesia. That is one heck of a food poisoning. No one at Espina Rosa really knows Ed due to his leave so soon after his deployment. He's not expected to remember anything, and to be honest, I don't think they expect him to be himself after all this. I think I can see where you're getting at. It would be the perfect Rose soldier to impersonate. Correct. As for your face, here. What in lore is this? Then it is a species of carnivorous plant unique to the Trebung swamp, the face number. In order to attract unsuspecting creatures, a membrane inside of its mouth imprints a copy of the face of its last victim. And a second bulbous head reproduces a flexible but authentic clone. The Vint has found that face can be placed on the head and act as an effective, non-magical mask, as though a plant makes it entirely through its own natural secretions. And no magic at all was involved in the creation of this. No magic at all, even though, there is the magic that is required to create a copy and everything, but no magic to be detected here at all. And even funnier, no magic to be detected in the rest of the disguise that I'm going to be wearing. Jaina, I think I would like you to find this plant in the swamp and bring it here so we can make a mask of Ed's face for you to use, and infiltrate Espina Rosa. I would trust no one else for this mission, and this is not a chance I intend to let slide. I already agreed to help you, Kara. You can count on me. Good. If you can take care of the plant, I will take care of the rest of the preparations. Then, let's get to it. 5 minutes and I can take a break showing off the new-ish classes. Let's throw. Yeah, I thought so. Elementalize towards fire. And this one especially towards fire. Because this will deal damage. And lots of it. So yeah, this is the quest where we can see one of the more unique creations of this part of Dragonfable. I actually like this entire infiltration idea. I just dislike that you always get a new class equipped because your infiltration is done by giving you a different class. Wind. I really should have learned. I really, really should have. Let me see. No reaction yet. Sometimes they're very quick with the reactions to bug reports. Which is really fun, actually. I am actually losing my voice, and that's really annoying, so I will probably tone it back a bit with the voice acting. As in, well, it will also be easier because we're going to be doing a bunch of male 20-year-old voices or something like that. And I can do those by virtue of being born as a male. Being assigned male, really. But, eh. And we've won. Right? Yes. Good. That is the other way, I think. Or that is the way we need to go. Sorback? You know what? I'm not even going to ask. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this one. Let's open with this. And then let's elementalize towards wind, because I want to hear that sound effect more than fire. And this is the last turn, I believe. Yes. Actually, I do have the 25 for it. Yeah. Paranoia boost is always fun. And now I finally got hit by the poison. Right as he's about to get knocked out. No. And a new face. So now we have a new face. Yeah, looks a bit worse for the way. And we got the muskeg mash. So, sell it. And then I am going to the character list. So yeah, new classes. Not hometown, home. Reforged Chronomancer. Oh, and this got recolored to a bleaker version. I actually like it because it's not ice-searingly, not ice-searing, but yeah, that's just my preference. Okay, so battle. One thing that you should know about these classes is that they have the hilarious effect of, in cutscenes, being far too big. Now then, the various attacks. And yes, I am on purpose using bad attacks, or well, bad weapons. After this, I'm going to show my entire what it would look like if I were to go with all the good powers. But yeah, these are this one is fun. This is just turning time back and back on itself again. DOTs and stuns. And I think that's one of the only actively hurting shields. Like, on cast it actively hurts. And this just basically sets everything to 0. So, that was the Chronomancer. If you have nothing equipped. If you have everything equipped. By the way, yes, that is my look. I really like the look of this sword. Then you deal more something like this. Also, yes, that is something that my weapon can do. That's the special I have equipped on that weapon. Distorted reality, minus 50 to hit. All sorts of fun things that this class does. But it's not good. I mean, it's not bad either, but it's not good. Oh, this one has global cooldown. Whoops. Might as well show this one. That's the finisher. So, that was the Chronomancer. Also, different things. Attack. Fight is just the same stance. Miss is just a flicker. Hit shows your cogwheels falling out. Or whatever. If you sit, you just sit, kneel, and then death. You get eaten up by time itself. And then there is the Reforged Chrono Corruptor, which I actually really like the look of, even though it doesn't really go well with my usual look. Okay, so attack looks like that. Fight is just standing up straight. Miss, again a flicker. This is basically Chronomancer, but a bit worse, actually, due to how this one has its, instead of plus boost skill, it has a plus crit skill. And the same death animation, just with purple instead of with the well, the other one. However, I actually kind of prefer it because it has a pretty decent MP heal. Oh no, this has crit instead of boost. That was it. Be locked. And boom. So yeah, that was a fun diversion. And what I'm thinking of buying for Jaina instead of, Irene, which is the name for this character that I came up with way after I actually named this character. Just a few things here. I'm thinking of buying this one, the bookcase thing, class selector, which is where you can set your class and equip it as a class. So, for example, the Thielen class for me is, this one. You can also equip all your other classes without needing to go to the trainer, which is really, really nice. And I can show off my classes with this. I don't have this one though, that's annoying for me. But I do have this one that I grinded out, I think. Or did I pay for that? I don't know. Either way, this is my usual class. And I love it. So, character list. Time to not change my class because I don't need to. Tukara. Actually, let me go ahead and check whether or not that one loads. Yeah, it equips at this guy's. I think we are ready. Are you sure? I mean, it looks terrible. We don't we don't have much of a choice. I'm a lost. My sights hurt when it was done. I wanted to laugh so hard. Svira, we must make sure that this is a very formal and serious affair. Serious, I can't, oh dear, I can't. We must, I swear, I haven't laughed in so long. After all this stuff, we will go somewhere and laugh for a week, I promise. And then there's, this. 2 days later. Looks like Zurbrigg had more of an effect on the face number than we thought. No magic at all involved in putting a pretty shapely woman in that. As I thought. What is it? I believe, Jaina, that you are good to go. Although the mask's skin texture is a bit pale, its every feature looks a perfect mimic of Hades. Are you sure? And yes, book 1 face. Positive. It will work. We don't have time to find another face number and make another face either way. We have to take the chance. Are you ready for your final briefing? I am. Follow me then. Since the portal to Espinarosa is near the Rose headquarters, you will first need to journey to Swordhaven. Journey alone. We cannot risk you being seen with anyone else. Their laughter will give you away. It will be easier for you to move around than I when I journeyed alone. In Swordhaven, your task is simple. Find the portal area and pass Inspect Zion. Getting into Espinarosa will be simple after that. Just go through the portal and to the islands, and the gate and guard should open the doors for you there. Once inside Espinarosa, move quickly. Swear? These are there are 3 distinguishable levels in Espinarosa. The first is the ground floor at which you will be arriving. Our information tells us that this floor is used as the barracks for the garrison soldier, as well as a jail complex, unlike the other floors which are solely jail complexes. Below this floor is the second level of Espinarosa, and below the latter is the third level. This last level is where a friend remains and where you need to go. Do you know where on the 3rd level? Unfortunately, we do not. The 3rd level is where Espina Rosa keeps its prisoners that it considers to be its most dangerous. Despite all our information gathering, we know nothing else of the 3rd level. You will have to take care of that on your own. Here are Ed's papers and some more information on your target. Lastly, of course, there is the plan. We cannot count on you being as lucky as Karat. Hamlayela had only been at the Spinarosa for a short time and had been held on the 2nd level. We need a more reliable escape route. One that does not involve sneaking past all the soldiers of the 1st level. Even with those plans, we could not find one, so we made one ourselves. Here, just next to the entry to the 3rd level is the cook's kitchen. Inside the kitchen there is a hole in a floor for kitchen waste. This hole opens up into an underground waterway that eventually ends up into the sea surrounding the island. Although normally too small to be of any use, the tireless and risky effort for gnomish allies has expanded it enough to let a gnomish submersible through. Once you've accomplished your task, make your way to the cook's kitchen. Your escape route will be waiting for you there. That is all I have, Jaina. Good luck, and the rest is up to you. Good luck. See you in a bit, then, Kara. Sphere, thank you as well. Oh, and Jaina? Yes? Whatever happens, see to it that you return safe and sound. I'll do my best. Think they will pull it off? Of course I do. It just that mask, Sphera. I know. Yeah, so apparently that mask is hilarious. We are also equipped with sword. We do a lot of bonus and grunt. Basically, we are using this class all the way until the end of that, basically, and this will be hilarious. I love this soundtrack though. Like this soundtrack is amazing. War cry. That was lucky. I once actually listened to this, just this soundtrack. No, I don't want to leave this quest. I once listened to just this part of the soundtrack for close to 3 hours. I just had the game open on the start of the intro, and it was glorious. Cora. Multi. Next turn, multi again. Yeah, this is the really easy class as well. And we can go through here without any trouble at all. Like, this is a really easy class just in general because the cooldowns, this is a simplified version of the warrior class, and the cooldowns are so that you can basically have constant uptime on your different skills. Except I think this one. But this one still gives a lot of bonus and extra attack. So you deal a lot of damage, which is also really good. Like, we get 50% damage, 30% damage, for a total of 80% damage, which is ridiculous. An 80% boost, but you are restricted to using sword. So that is the way they balance it. But it's all balanced around you using sword. And everything in this quest line is balanced with sword in mind. Ooh, bandits. I haven't seen these in so long. I don't think I ever actually did the bounty hunting missions here in the stream, but basically I spent a lot of time doing the Robina quests when I was younger. So that is the bounty hunting quests, where you go after a bunch of bandits and fight a named one and get a reward based upon what his name was. And then there is also the Sneevil quests, where you could fight a bunch of Sneevils. Basically the Sneevil box fort. Its physical location is near Robina. And then there is the mill, where you fight a bunch of the gorilla fans and seed spitters. Which is where most of my nostalgia comes from for Dragonfable. Like, it's also just a really good game, but my nostalgia comes from those areas. Are you alright? What? Of course I'm... Are those your papers? Yes, ma'am. Ah, there we go. Eddie Crimson. Temporary leave due to poisoning and using amnesia. Cause, ate dumplings food. Oh, I see. Well, if dumplings was the cause, you're lucky to have gotten away with only a bit of amnesia and a bit of less color on your cheeks. What do you mean? Dumplings used to live here in Swordhaven. You could say that he has a reputation around these parts. The chefs of Swordhaven have dubbed him the worst aspiring cook to have ever lived at the time. Wow, that's harsh, but quite possibly true. As funny as it is though, I doubt you are here to listen to me all day. Just stay there and stay still while I run the scans. Initiate magic scan. I always think that I am better. Works though, but doesn't what he wants me to do. This one might, no, but not that one. Oh, or why? They worked wonderfully with the young dragons that we captured. I was so proud of that. Yet bracelets for elementals, they still elude me. Still! Blip. Magic scan completed. No presence of magic items detected. Good. Initiate facial recognition scan. Blip. Initiating facial recognition scan. Blip. Scan completed. Identified. The Crimson, unit number 040156. Additional comments. Illness found while scanning. It is recommended that the subject refrain from performing casual saunters in graveyards by moonlight and to step out into the sun once in a while. Oh, Stan, you're a funny one. Don't worry, Ed. Stan was only joking. Looks like you're good, all good and clear to go. If you would wait for a moment, I'll open up the portal and... Oh, hello, Mr. Z. And might I ask, what is going on here? Great, now of all times. Just finishing up at some specs, Mr. Z. I was about to send them off to Raspina Rosa. You're pale. You're pale, why is that? Well, alright. Alright, play it smooth, Jaina, just stay in character. Apparently, I had a rather bad case of food poisoning. Apparently? What are you trying to pull? Either you had food poisoning or you didn't. That's the thing. I don't remember. I got amnesia and I don't have any memory of it. Amnesia? Ha! That's the poorest excuse I've ever heard. It's true, Mr. C. I have it on Ed's records right here. He ate some of... I don't care what his excuse is. He's a fraud and I know it! Sure, he knows. I mean, just look at his face. It's the embodiment of evil. It is, though. It is. It is a book one face. Those are the embodiments of evil. See, the eye is trying to escape here. Phew, he's just being his normal crazy self. Wait, there's nothing to be relieved about that. Scanner, initiate facial recognition scan. But facial recognition scan already completed. Subject's results were... I said initiate facial recognition scan. Do it again. Blip, initiating facial recognition scan. Scan completed. Identified Eddie Crimson, unit number 040156. Additional comments. Paleness found while scanning. It is recommended that the subject refrain from performing casual saunters in graveyards by moonlight and to step out into the sun once in a while. Ha! A necromancer! I knew it! Blip, negative. That was only... Initiate necromancer scan. Blip, it was a joke. I said initiate necromancer scan. Blip, initiating necromancer scan. Blip, necromancer scan completed. Results negative. Subject scanned and cleared for... Oh, so in Death Knight now is it? Thought you could hide your true form from a necromancer scan. Death Knight scan! Blip, oh boy. An hour later. Blip, pirate ninja monkey scan completed. Results negative. So you think you're smart having trumped all these scans? You're coming with me! Blip, look Pops, he's clear. Oh, look who's talking. The orb that can't scan anything right. Blip, at least I have limited sentience and a sense of humor. Are you insulting me? Blip, humor analysis parameters indicate irony is off the charts. I'll have you know that I am a high-ranking Rose official. I can do whatever I want. I could have you discharged and destroyed if I wanted to. Blip, filing a harassment report. And I'll say what I want when I want. Do you hear me? Blip, my cousin is required to scan your face every day. Do you see him complain? Blip, if the earlier remark did not compute, it's not pretty. Then dash it! I'll pulverize him! Mr. G, please. Leave him to rot in a sneevel dump site. You have dared the last of me! Sorry about that, Ed. Mr. Z has his cranky days. And he just lost a duel with a scan orb that he himself made. To be fair, he is hilarious. And we have the portal now. Unfortunately, this is the interdimensional portal that leaves you stranded on another planet, but don't worry about that. You can see there's the other portal right there at the end. Good luck, Ed. I'll send a word to Espinosa that you are on your way. Sure. A soldier has just exited the portal. That must be the one headquarters is sending our way. Open the gates and let him through. Open the gates! Here we go. Hello? Welcome back, Ed. Who are you? Ah, yes. Guess you probably don't remember me. Not that I would remember you either, that is. Bradley is the one that does that for me. Isn't that right, Private? Yes, sir. I suppose I have to present myself again. Yes, sir. Right. Welcome to Espinosa again, Ed. We are pleased to have you and hope you stay with us for a long time to come. While you are here, you will obey and follow my every order. My name is Sophist, head officer and jailer of Espinosa. It was a close call with Zad, but you made it. And we got Sergeant Mayor's Mike's ring. Sergeant Mayor Mike. That is a particularly Dutch name that I wasn't expecting to see. But then again, there is a weapon named Verraad, so... maybe I should have expected it. Quests... Broken Wings. Let's see, Broken Wings will... On Broken Wings is... oh yeah. Is this the really uncomfortable one? Yeah, I think this is the really uncomfortable one. Or this is the start of the really uncomfortable one. Yeah. Okay, this will be rewritten. But this is a set of really, really uncomfortable quests. I'm not looking forward to this. I am going to click through this because yeah, these end up with Kara in chains, and then Acanthus being very clearly dangerous, and he will also he was intended to be a romantic partner for her after that or something like that. That's what the rumors say anyway, which is really, really not good. A rose soul, a dragon lord and a dragon. Also, yeah, this stun is ridiculous with how long the cooldown is, and it's a global one. And yeah, this is the... You can equip... you can equip these on different... I never knew that. Wanted Zorback. But I do believe we need to go here. Also, yeah, Dragon Riders were suddenly evil or something. And that is this guy, Sela. He has been written out of everything and is getting rewrites, so yeah, I don't even know if he will be there. Oh, looky here! Also, yeah, sudden voice acting. And new quests. No, it needs to complete Starcrossed. I am going to end the stream a bit earlier than normal. Mainly because I'm actually feeling really bad. My throat is really hurting. So, next up, we will basically do the entire infiltration, I think. That will be our next week's challenge, trying to do that. And I will see you all then.